for this amendment as possibly a very futile attempt to try to wrest, to wrangle, to extract some semblance of morality out of a day that euphemistically calls murder care. 63 million preborn humans and their progeny. Now, my colleague said allowed, but I don't think allowed is the right word because active participant is the word for this body. Active participant, promoter, hawker of death. And again, I'd say nothing motivates the death cult like the rending of a preborn human into salable parts. And my colleague noted that the 63 million, that how this bill was passed with very veiled language about very extreme circumstances that apply to maybe 0.5% of all feticides in the country. And be sure what we're talking about is feticide, because abortion is a natural process whereby the life inside the mother, when it has died, then there's the process of abortion, which is ending a non-viable pregnancy. What we're talking about here is feticide. Feticide where the umbilical cord is cut and the baby is bled out, asphyxiated. That could be done chemically. Perhaps a clamp is inserted into the inner sanctum of that infant, and the unborn human is ripped limb from limb. That was called drawn and quartering, considered cruel and unusual punishment. In this case, the punishment is being preborn and perhaps unwanted. 63 million lives ended brutally, chemically, mechanically. So again, I'm speaking on behalf of the preborn because I'm happily on this side of what is rapidly becoming the most dangerous place for children in the entire country, if not the entire world. The most dangerous place where children can be murdered with the sanction of the state, with the applause of this body. So we all took an oath on day one, and that oath was to support the Constitution of the United States and Colorado. And again, that oath to those constitutions, really we could say it's a golden apple set inside a setting of silver and another setting of silver, because our Constitution does not allow us to violate the Constitution of the United States. And I think this bill, the amendment that we've so ghastly put into our Constitution violates that. And this amendment this resolution makes it even worse. The purpose of government is to secure these rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The order of those rights, among which we are endowed, Creator-endowed, the first of these is life. After which we have liberty and pursuit of happiness, because liberty and pursuit of happiness mean nothing without life. And a body that would celebrate the stripping of the right to life certainly holds no sanctity for liberty and the pursuit of happiness. And in denying life to one, life is denied to all. When you declare a person to be not a person, when you declare a human, to be not a person but a thing, you put the entire best hope of freedom and liberty in this world, and you put it in jeopardy. I know. They made the point about health care. How is health care ending a life. The Hippocratic Oath, which is the founding of our kind of Western medical, or a lot of it, forbade the abortifacient, a chemical process by which to terminate a pregnancy. And in the same sentence, Hippocrates said he would not support euthanasia because he recognized that those two go together. The death cult starts on one end, in the secrecy and in the darkness, and on the other end, and then works towards the middle. If you're not sure about that, you could take the words of Jacques Cousteau in 1992, who spoke the words on behalf of UNESCO, the UN. We need to eliminate 350,000 people per day. So if you think your rights are safe in the hands of the people that would deny it to the unborn and then deny it to the elderly and infirmed, you have not learned from history, and history is a warning from our past or our future. So I support this amendment because we need to overcome this very ghastly celebration of the rending of preborn humans into tiny parts. Sometimes not even into tiny parts. Sometimes it's delivering preborn humans directly into the hands of a butcher to have the organs removed, to have the very human organs removed, or for medical experimentation. This body celebrates that. Any method, any reason, any time. Sell the child? Any reason. Medical experimentation? Any reason. Any is a very broad word. We have an opportunity here with this amendment to turn Colorado's celebration of death into a celebration and appreciation of life. Honestly, I don't have a lot of hope as to which way this will go. But a person's a person, no matter how small. And you very small persons will not have to die. You just have to make yourselves heard. So come now and try.
Representative Bottoms.
The statements made by Representative earlier from down south, I think if I have to crash and burn politically, it's going to be for kids. If I lose any kind of political credibility, which I don't think is possible with this, I think it's the other way around. There are too many people saying, stop killing our babies. But if I have to, if I'm going to crash and burn on something, it's not going to be over taxes. It's going to be over babies. And so I strongly support this amendment. I'm going to defend babies. I'm going to defend little kids. That's my biggest issue. To me, there's not that much separation there. Murdering the baby in the womb and all the things we're doing to the kids outside the womb. We've got to stop this. We've got to stop this. And we keep talking about this mandate, but I think we're seeing that people are done with this. I think we're seeing that people are tired of messing with their kids. And so we'll see. We'll see how that affects my side politically. Right after I got elected the first time, I had a Republican sit down with me and say, okay, Bottoms, you ran a great campaign. Now you need to tone down the rhetoric on abortion because that's the only way you can really be effective in this building. And not only did I find that extremely offensive, it's not rhetoric. This is my walk with God. This is my spiritual stance, and I will never tone this down because babies are being killed and we're celebrating. I watched last year when champagne was popped because of this. That's the height of disgusting. And I'm going to fight for babies at every step of the way. So I urge an aye vote on this amendment.